Hi, this is Lady from Keep Unfrozen Ministries. I don't know about you, but getting a bit older each day has its ups and it has its downs. So I just wondered, how do you want to grow old? Do you want to grow old gracefully or disgracefully? And what brought this on is for like the 100th time I walked into a room and suddenly thought, why did I come in here? What was it I wanted? And walk back out again, only to get to the other side of our house to go, oh yes, I went there for a particular book or a particular piece of clothing, and had to go all the way back. And it frustrates the heck out of Dennis when this happens, but we all get old and we all get a bit older, and little signs of that keep cropping in. Now my solution to some of this is the things I lose the most are gloves, particularly garden gloves and garden tools. And when that happens, what I do is I buy like 20 pairs so I can have them dotted around, so wherever I am I can go, oh yeah, they're my gloves. I've got the same thing with trowels at the moment. I have 3 trowels on the go, but they all seem to disappear when I want them most. But there are sort of not deadlines, I think, time spots where you suddenly think, oh yeah, I've now moved to the next bracket. The teenage thing is the classic, and I think Kevin and Perry, and I'll put a link for you in the blog, is wonderful at showing this 12-year-old going on to 13, and the 12-year-old is this bouncy boy and full of life and full of questions and interacting with his parents. And then as his 13th birthday approaches and the time goes drink, and he hits 13, and all of a sudden you get this sullen and all you get is out of him and whatever, and it's just a real parody on the teenage time. But we get out of that and we enter into the other end of the teens and the 20s, and then you get to your 30s and things change and you suddenly think, oh yeah, I'm a bit more responsible now. Shakespeare did the 7 Ages of Man, and a little bit tongue-in-cheek, I imagine, but also a little bit pathos there about how we start off as babies and actually we end up as babies. And again, if you haven't seen that section, it's from Shakespeare As You Like It, and starts off all the world's the stage, and all the players and all the people in it are merely players. You'll probably know that particular quote, even though I just messed it up. But again, I'll put you a link so you can read it and see it. But it's just interesting watching people go through these different stages. My mother's in her 80s now, and she's at that different stage. But her mind is that of a 30-year-old, 40-year-old. And she really thinks she can do the stuff that she could do then. And we have to go, Mum, do you really want to go up in the loft? Do you really need to move that bird bath? Do you really need to pick up that big bag of compost? But there we go. I'm sure I'll be just as bad for my daughters when I get there. And Dennis, every now and then he has a way that you think, you're getting to be a grumpy old man now. Just a little bit of, in my day, things were better, and actually grumbling about some of the youth. And you think, when did this happen? At what point is it a 50-something that it happens? Hey, you tell me, what do you think? But they say age is just a number. And looking at ages in the Bible is quite interesting, seeing what ages people are. Well, Jesus was 33 and a half, according to some theologians, because he was 30 when he started his ministry, and it was about 3.5 years before he was crucified. And other big names are like Joseph was 110, and they get bigger. Moses 120, and do you know there's only one female whose name is Sarah, who's Abraham's wife, who whose age is the only age for a woman that is recorded in the Bible. Whereas, you know, Abraham was 175, and just check, I've got a list here for you, and I'll put that out for you as well. Noah, 950 years. And I just wondered, you know, Adam was 930. Did Noah go, actually, I want to be as old as Adam, or I want to get older than Adam? And if that's ever his thoughts, yes, he did. Now, I've got a summer surprise for you. It's a summer competition. If you can tell me who the oldest person in the Bible is and how old they were, and your favourite quote from the Bible referring to age, send me that and your address, and I'll send you a little surprise in the post. But you know, some of the favourite quotes and things about age for me is the poem, "When I'm older, I will wear purple and a red hat." And there's some parts in that which makes you think about growing older more disgracefully than gracefully. But it is a lot of fun. So have a look at that poem. Again, I send you the links. But you know, it does make you think. And God has a lot to say about age. And he's saying all the time, you know, even when you're in old age, you will produce fruit. And you will be vital and green, everlasting. You know, so evergreen in the age, you still have that big purpose according to God. There's heaps in the Bible saying that actually age is not a bad thing. And the knowledge and the wisdom that comes with age is something to be really honoured. So how old is God? Well, quite an interesting question. Some people try to work it out with, well, the age of the earth is X number of billions of years, and he created it, therefore it's got to be older. But you know, I think God is outside our idea of time. He's outside of time and space. So it doesn't factor. I mean, the Apostle Peter said, remember that for God, you know, a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is like a day. So, you know, I don't think our way we manage and measure time is relevant for God in his awesome and way of being. What do you think? Let me know. Meanwhile, I will say I'm going to get some practice in. Lady AD, keep on frozen.